This is my 1970 Monte Carlo SS 454. Has the original LS5 360 horse 454 turbo 400 transmission and 256 non-posi 12 bolt. I've owned this car since 1982. I originally purchased it as a parts car for another SS 454 I was restoring at the time, but I later found a 350 car that was in a little better shape, and I used that for the restoration. This car ended up getting parked in my backyard. It's been sitting there for 30 plus years. It's pretty much the condition it was. This is the condition it was in when I purchased it. Obviously the paint is more faded. The vinyl top is now rotted off from sitting in the Arizona sun. The hood is off another 70 Monte Carlo, as the original was bent near the hinges from the hinges freezing up and somebody trying to shut it. As you can see, the car is in pretty rough shape. Has been in Arizona at least since '81. That's the first time I came across it. It was registered in Nebraska at one time. I don't know if it was originally from Nebraska though, but it does have some rust, so it's possible that that's where the corrosion came from. As you can see, there's a lot of rust around the rear window from moisture being trapped under the vinyl top. The other side looks the same way. There's also some rusting up here near the top of the windshield. The other side's a little worse. There's a little bit of rust down here. You see some bubbling. Car was originally Cortez silver with a black top, black interior. At some point in the past it was painted blue. Looks like they filled some rust holes there with some Bondo. You can see it kind of bubbling out. Back here on the quarter panel, there's a little bit more right here. The other side looks the same. Spots are relatively small. I don't see any holes coming through. It's the original engine. That air cleaner lid and valve covers were on it when I purchased it. Start it up. As you can see, it starts right up. If it weren't for that lifter noise, it would sound pretty good. 104,000 original miles. Had some oil leaks that I fixed. I've got a bypass on the heater hose. I've got a new water pump and a new radiator in it, and I didn't want any contaminants that might have been in the heater core to get into the engine, so I bypassed that. You see the AC compressor is missing. I do have that as well as the brackets. And then right here is where the compressor goes for the automatic load leveling shocks. I have that compressor as well. It's got a nice grill in it. Bumper's a little tweaked. 15x8 rally wheels. I've got the beauty rings and hubcaps. It's got a pretty nice rear bumper on it. I did have to drill out the rear trunk lock. I lost the key over the last 32 years. So as you can see, it's in pretty rough shape, but it is all there. It is an original SS454. Dash pad's cracked. The Arizona sun really takes a toll on anything that's plastic or rubber. Eats it right up, dries it out. So I removed the headliner. It was all dry rotted and fallen down. Same with the carpet. I pulled the carpet out. Carpet was completely rotted. There's the original tack, gauge dash. $104,641 on the odometer. Factory rear defrost. I also have, it did not have a radio when I purchased it, but many years ago I found a factory AM FM in a junkyard. Purchased it. Console's in pretty good shape. I took it out of the car and cleaned it. It's not cracked. Doesn't have any holes in it, and it's missing the trim there, but I do have a piece of trim for that. Console's in pretty nice shape. That door panel's in decent shape. This one is in the trunk. At some point in the past, this window fell out of the track. We had to pull the door panel off in order to get it rolled back up. But while that window was down, rainwater was able to come in and soak the carpet. We got some rust here. The floorboard where water laid when the window was down. And the trunk also has a little bit of rust from water coming through here, laying in the trunk over the years. You can see somebody did some patching, some bondoing. Real poor job there. That's my 70 Monte Carlo SS454. Thank you for looking.